Hello everyone, and welcome back to the 1K World Cup 2025, presented by Joe. We have an elimination match for you this morning between Indonesia B, I think that's what they're called, let me double check. No, it's Idkdonesia against Poland. This is an elimination bracket match, so very important for both of these teams. And of course, the reverse flags, just to round it all out. I am Teezel, and I will not be casting on, as I also have Sleeby Maddy here.
Hello, hello.
I think I'm quite interested to see how these lower seeded teams do on these like easier pools in comparison to the qualifiers, which are actually a bit harder than I expected. I guess just kind of wanting to make sure that we're hard enough to kind of properly distinguish the top teams. But I think this at least kind of gives the lower seeded teams a chance to kind of get a bit more used to the game and kind of see matches where they are getting pretty high scores.
Yeah, definitely. Qualifiers much more difficult than the round of 20 pool, so this should let the lower seed teams kind of get their feet wet a little more in the 1K scene.
Alright, teams, I was gonna say bans, but we don't have bans anymore. Does mean we get smaller pools, so it kind of works out there's less to practice. But it does mean you have to practice everything.
Yep, and Poland gonna be winning the roll here. 53-13.
Very low rolls, but all that matters is you get at least one higher than your opponent. I'm going to be starting off with a classic one, which is the title track. The first map in the qualifiers for Yoke 3?
Yep.
I believe it was, yeah. And this map alone turned a bunch of players into Origami Angel fans, so very much deserves its place here.
Yeah, very good song as Jai tends to pick, and this one very consistency focused, really letting you get into the groove of the song. A few toss-ups here and there towards the end, but otherwise very consistency focused.
Absolutely, this one, despite being in an early round, it does have a couple of short streams and it does have a bit of 1-3 towards the end, but as long as these players have practiced, it should be something that shouldn't kind of throw them off too much.
Yeah, as long as you know where the rhythms are, it's easy enough. It's more so, can you keep that consistency?
Wait and see.
Yeah, and as Teezel said, this is an elimination match, so loser will be eliminated from the tournament in the round of 20. The winner will move on to face Mexico, who upset their match against China earlier today, actually.
Yeah, a couple of crazy results so far for a very crazy round where a lot is going on to try rebalance everything back towards a bracket that is workable. With only 20 teams playing qualifiers, it gets a bit more difficult to sort everything out. So this way, every team that qualified is getting to play at least one match, so it seemed like the best way to do it.
Yeah, and that way it's not a weekend with like 5 matches in it.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're taking their time just to get themselves sorted. Seems like someone had to download the maps. So I'm hoping Azu's maybe just on a different setup, or they just accidentally deleted the map pool or something. Because sight reading is not the easiest way to go about this.
Yep, and good old Banjo
It likes
being a
to
bit
take
slow.
Okay. I think we're still downloading.
I think so. I think we are still downloading the map.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I mean, the countdown's over. Technically, the ref has every right to just start the map now.
Yeah.
But we'll see if we'll see how merciful they are. Okay, they're giving Idkdonesia a chance here.
Yeah, doesn't want to wait. Don't want to wait too long for the map to download, as it is downloading the whole pack of qualifiers.
Yeah.
But it's only 4 tracks, but OC files tend to be pretty large.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of these one key maps for Joe, because they're all in big packs with the rest of the maps in their pool. So yeah, it happened. And yes, no warm-ups in this tournament. They got axed. Just like every other World Cup, if we want to be an official World Cup, we've got to act like one.
Yep, no warm-ups, no bans.
Maybe we'll get Tri-Badge one day, who knows?
Oh no, does Idkdonesia not have another player?
Oh. Not a good start. One v2 in Mania is not very possible. If even allowed.
Yeah. Oh! Oh, they have another person. And we have the MP start!
Yeah.
So we are underway on the Classic 1 pick by Poland.
Here we go. Yeah, Poland being the lower seeded team at 19 versus Idkdonesia's 14th seed. So overall, the seedings aren't too far away, but Marta and Bayek are going to be the first players to miss.
If I gonna find another miss immediately after as well.
Yeah, it's giving Idkdonesia a very strong lead of 70k really early on, keeping their accuracies above 99%.
Yeah, and Murtaj not to be feeling too comfortable on this map. Misses on the burst. He's unable to hold a combo, but Kinder Joy gonna find a break on this side of Idkdonesia.
Got the streams coming in.
Everyone finding breaks, but Kaibo holding on.
Yeah, keeping that full combo for Indonesia.
Yeah.
Quite a few drops for Poland.
Them really dominant lead here.
Oh, unfortunate miss.
There goes the full combo, but 200,000 points in the lead and approaching the last quarter of the map. Not much
Anyone's
room.
getting caught by the rhythm changes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it seems to be the kind of the 1-4 patterns, the triplets and the short streams that are catching out Poland a lot, because the rest of their accuracy is really strong.
Yeah, even hitting the 1/3 and the doublets.
And the Ellens in my race map, catching out both players for Poland. So Idkdonesia is going to get an early breakpoint by 288,000. Both players for Idkdonesia actually getting only one miss. So they're looking pretty confident on this one overall. And one-hand gaming may explain it slightly. Because either fully single tapping or alting with just one hand can be pretty difficult, especially up at 190 BPM. Some players out there might be able to prove you wrong, but it's definitely not the ideal way to play the game.
It is kind of heavily advised to alternate in one key, but some people just prefer to play with one finger.
Easiest to just kind of gravitate towards whatever you would find the most comfortable. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But with Idkdonesia having the advantage here, going to their pick. I can see them going for, since they're kind of the higher seed, I can see them going for something more difficult in this pool, such as, you know, beyond the decision, maybe even palm shot. Icicles as well could be a good one for them.
Yeah, icicles would be really tough for Poland. Icicles and beyond the decision being...
It is not SV. There is no SV.
No SV.
I can understand it though, that you have a random map called Fan, map by Patu.
Yeah.
Ref, no, please don't stray them down the wrong path.
It's not SV.
It's just a map that was mapped kind of out with the joke sphere, just independently mapped by someone else. But we're gonna go for Senorita Bonita. Seems like a interesting pick. I think, you know, with this map kind of generally leaning more towards the easier side and just kind of accuracy focused, it's something that Poland has the opportunity to catch up with Idkdonesia on. So they've probably got to be feeling pretty confident in this one.
Yeah, it's also, I believe, the shortest map in the pool at 1:31. So very easy to see leads switch back and forth, and with it being sort of LN release focused, it'll be interesting to see how Poland can perform on it.
I say I've not seen the new seasonal backgrounds. They look so good, as usual.
Yeah. Apparently, Idkdonesia is sight reading, so
Right,
interesting choice.
We've also got a player swap in Azu coming back as the pool downloaded. Does find a drop. Murtai also found an early drop, but Bayek also matches it.
And it's again Okaibo holding on to that combo for Idkdonesia. Holding on to that 99.5.
Everyone's stabilized in this section. But the score lead just isn't going back down towards Poland. They're really fighting here to try win back the breakpoint that they just lost. Archibo drops their full combo, but so does both players for Poland.
And 2-for-1 trades in favor of Idkdonesia. It's not what you want to see if you want Poland to win a map, as the lead will grow to 190,000. And this map, like I said, very short. So we are already in the outro. And that will be Idkdonesia securing that break point and going up 2-0 in the match.
Yeah, good plays from Idkdonesia overall. Very low miscount. And pretty good ratios as well, especially from Azu. And, you know, we have S ranks from both players for Poland as well. It's still a good showing. Yeah, they definitely seem a lot more confident on these easier picks that are a lot more kind of single tap and accuracy focused. So hopefully they can take advantage of some of the other ones.
And Azu is actually a really strong ratio. They're 89 perfects. Just having
Poland,
5 greats and 3 misses.
Looks like Poland are going to be picking half goes. Classic 5.
I've seen people call this the easiest map in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, if you are a player that ults, it's pretty easy. You just gotta make sure you don't kind of get caught out with the triplet bursts. But if you're a single tap player, you better hope that you have some good stamina.
Yeah, there are a few rough bursts back to back, especially at 250 BPM.
Yeah, like we even have our single tap players for Poland saying it's time to ult. Makes a huge difference with this sort of map. Oh, everyone except Urtai getting caught out by those triplets so far. Does find a miss of their own now, but Idkdonesia takes the early lead.
Yeah, there was a flurry of misses from everyone.
Yeah, this one's looking a lot shakier for Idkdonesia.
But Poland also finding misses on most of the bursts, just unable to keep up with the speed.
Yeah, that score lead has grown over 100,000 now, halfway through the map. It was looking rough for Idkdonesia early on, but looks like they've found their footing a bit more.
As you're gonna find a few breaks on the LNs. But Poland double breaking again. Typo holding on to that combo, nearing the 400 combo cap. It's gonna let this lead start to grow even bigger.
Yeah, the thing with this map as well is it's there's not really many breaks at all. It's just kind of constant tapping. You maybe get like a 1-1 break, if that, every so often, but that's it. So with the end of the map, Idkdonesia is going to be winning the point, another break point once again with a huge lead of 225,000 points. This counts a lot more similar compared to the previous maps. But if you look at the max combo between the players, you'll start to see where the differences truly lay.
Yeah, Idkdonesia just being able to hit more of those bursts.
Yeah, looks like we've entirely stayed within the classic pool for now. We still have the new maps, the fan, and the old.
Yeah, the old being from Joke 1 exclusively.
Classic being a mix of 2 and 3, from what I can tell. And new just being brand new stuff that we've never seen before, including songs. But we're going to be sticking with the classic pool by the looks of it, going for the fourth one, which is Pam Shop. This map is slightly leaning more towards the technical side. It has some LNs as well for kind of different LN release timings. But I think it fits decently well into this pool.
It does. It's also a little bit on the harder end as well. It is really easy to overhold
Alright, here we go. Indonesia looking to win their 4th point, get themselves into match point, at least force a tiebreaker.
Yeah, Poland does need to get back 2 breakpoints eventually. And they're slowly running out of time.
An early drop though isn't going to help. Yeah, we'll definitely see where the score is truly going to go just after this intro now.
Yeah, so that picks up here. Yeah, Murtag gonna find breaks on the LNs.
Yeah, as the map gets a bit more technical, we have doubles and a bit of 1-3 as well. Score difference going all the way up to over 100k for Idkdonesia. Azu on over 99% accuracy.
Really good score here from Azu. You want to be in the 99 range. Usually.
Yeah, it's creating a huge lead that's just constantly going up. Bijek for Poland, stabilizing really well through the difficult section. Well over 400 combo, almost at the S rank range and accuracy. No! Dropping down in the final section by 0.03% for the A rank.
Barely.
Very good play overall. And especially for Azu. Did find a miss and dropped down below 99% accuracy, but a 949k is really strong on a map like this. So there we go, it's match point for Idkdonesia. So Poland will have to win the next 4 points in a row to force a tiebreaker. while Idkdonesia just has to win one of those picks to take the match. What are the chances they decide to go for Classic 2?
Probably. I would expect that.
Like, to be fair, I do genuinely feel out of all the maps left in the pool, it's probably Poland's best chance at winning a point. Although, to be fair, with the LN release timings on Obelisk being off a different time, so if you're good at LN release timings, I think it could actually be a decent pick, but they do decide to go for Classic 2.
We get the full Classic match.
Yeah, this map also being pretty consistency based as well. It comes in a bit longer at 3.5 minutes, so a lot more time for things to happen.
Yeah, this map also, I think, pretty Rice focused, but very bursty.
Yeah.
Has a pretty interesting LN into quad burst pattern thing.
Alright, the first burst catches at Murtai.
Most players on Idkdonesia holding above that 99.7 mark through the intro.
Bayek dropping on the stream. Managed to generally stabilize decently well though afterwards. Azu finds a miss of their own.
Just leaves Okaibo with the FC. Murtai catching up in that combo as well, only 40 behind.
Yeah, Murtai being the only player to actually get through the LN with the 1-6 pattern at the end. But Idkdonesia still holds the lead. Kaibo being the only player above 99% accuracy. And another miss from Bayek is gonna keep in Idkdonesia around the 55,000 point lead. Miss from Azu is gonna help.
Yeah, gonna lower that lead, but there goes Murtai.
Yeah, score difference now hovering around 75,000. Closer to 85,000 now. But there's still a third of the map left to go. It'll be pretty difficult for Poland to catch back up on this one, because Idkdonesia is still looking really strong as usual. And it is a big point difference to come back from, but not entirely impossible.
This is the 100,000 point threshold. Bayek with the 95 accuracy. is kind of what's giving this lead its much length as it has, but also the combos from Idkdonesia.
Yeah, not much map left to go, and that slow lead is still very heavily in favor of Idkdonesia. Both their players hit the LNs of the 1-6 pattern. And I think with that, pretty much seals the win for them.
That definitely will do it.
Get the final scores. And by 196,000 points, Idkdonesia wins their 5th point and takes the match. In a very, very clean sweep. Kaibo with the one misplay. Over 99% accuracy. Very, very, very strong performance from them. 959k. And Azu not too far behind with 930. Just a couple more misses. But a stronger ratio as well. And well played to Poland as well. You know, they made decent picks. Just weren't quite able to keep up. Setting some decent scores as well. But Idkdonesia is the team that will be advancing on through the tournament, and we will be saying goodbye to Poland for this year. So even though your journey is over fairly early, hopefully you will be coming back at some point in the future if we hold the World Cup next year. Hopefully you can spend this next year practicing and coming back stronger than ever. We still have a couple more matches for this weekend. We have the United Kingdom versus whatever, is it Mixdonesia, I think it's called, at 13 UTC. We have Random States, I think they're called once again.
Random States B.
Random States B, my apologies, versus Taiwan at 14 UTC. Then we have the United Kingdom versus Peru at 17 UTC, rounded out by United States A, or just the United States, versus Sweden at 20 UTC, with I believe the showcase coming right after that. So still plenty of good matches on their way. We have an exciting Sunday ahead of us, so hopefully you'll tune in for those times. Do you have any closing remarks?
I don't think so.
Alright, great. So we'll close out here, and we'll see you in about 4 hours at 13 UTC for the United Kingdom versus Mixdonesia.